Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and welcome back to lecture number 8, part C. In this part, we will discuss types of debenture. In previous lecture, we have studied the debenture and its main features. We have here defined the debenture and its main features. Now we will discuss different types of debenture. Debenture may be classified into different kinds. First is the ordinary debenture. Such debenture do not carry any security on the repayment. It is an unsecured debenture. It is also called as an unsecured debenture issued by the company, just a receipt type in which the company acknowledgement indebtedness and along with the terms and condition on what interest rate this loan has been obtained and from whom and when it will be returned. So that is an ordinary in which there is no security, no mortgage, no pledge has been made by the company. Second is the mortgage debenture. A debenture which is secured by mortgage on the property of the company. When the company issue the debenture and on the demand of the creditor, the company also attach its fixed assets as a mortgage with the debenture and issue it to the creditor. Here the creditor will be safe because if the company in case of winding up have no amount to pay to the debenture, that particular assets which are mortgaged, they can be sold out by the creditor. He get his own loan and then return the remaining amount to the company. So that is the best and secure type of debenture from the point of view of the creditors. Generally, creditors, just like bank, demand some security for the amount, so such debentures are issued. Third is the bearer debenture. Such debenture is not bearing the name of the owner. As you have also noticed that check on a checkbook, it is written date or bearer. So you can write a name, it can be a bearer. Bearer mortgage the property on the company. So bearer is that type of debenture which is in which there is no name of the owner. So the advantage of this type of bearer debenture is that it is easily negotiable. Negotiable here means transferable. So in the market, the owner can transfer it to another person, and the one whose name will be written there, he will claim the amount of the debenture from the company. Debentures are generally issued on profit. Meanwhile, the company issue the profit to the debenture holder also. Fifth kind of debenture is the registered debenture. It is very much opposite to the bearer debenture. The debenture is issued in the name of the owner of the debenture holder. They are non-negotiable as it is registered in the name of a particular person, so therefore they cannot be further transferable. They are not sold out in the market because the name of the owner not only written down in the debenture but also in the record of the company. That is why they are called as non-negotiable. As I have told you, negotiable means transferable, so they are non-transferable. Sixth type is redeemable and irredeemable debenture. This is another classification of debenture. Redeemable, as we have already studied, redeemable shares, which can be redeemed, which can be get back by the company. Redeemable debenture are issued for fixed period, while irredeemable debentures are not paid during the life of the company or in case of default. Default means that when the winding up starts. So irredeemable is just like the shares. When they issue, they cannot be redeemed. They cannot be cancelled. So as on the winding up, the shares are returned to the company. In the same way, on the winding up process, the debentures will also be returned to the company. So there are two types of debenture from the point of view of its issuance of time. One that is redeemable, that is issued for a fixed period. On the expiry of this fixed period, the debenture will be redeemed, that is given back to the company, and the creditor will get his principal amount from the company. Another is irredeemable, which is issued forever. They are of permanent nature, just like the shares, and the debenture holder will get profit from the debenture, just like the shareholders. And when there is winding up of the company stock, the debenture will be returned to the company, and company will give the principal amount to the creditors. Debenture with the trust deed. This is another type of secured debenture. First is we have studied the debenture with mortgage. It is with the trust deed. A trust deed is executed on a property of the company and conveyed to the trustee. Sometimes the debenture holder have no time to deal with the company, so he appoint a trustee and ask him to enter into contract with the company and give loan to the company, get the debenture, and some property of the company will be converted into trust. That property will be under the supervision of the trustee that is appointed by the debenture holder. So it is also just like a mortgage. Your investment, your loan will be secured here. Now the last topic that we will discuss here is what is distinction between shares and debentures. Share denotes the ownership of the company, while debenture denotes the creditor of the company. So the owner of the share is called owner of the company. The owner of the debenture is called the creditor. Second is that share give the right to manage the company. He can take part in the management of the affairs of the company. He can have the right of vote. He can be elected as a director, etc., etc. While on the other hand, the debenture holder cannot take part in the affairs of the company, in the management of company. He is just a creditor, but he cannot take part in the management of the company. Third difference is that share takes a dividend and debenture takes the interest. That is the another difference. The shares are always, that is when the company make the profit, that profit in the shape of dividend will be paid, while the debenture holder generally take the interest, that is generally fixed one. No return of share and return of debenture. That is another main distinction. Once a company issue the shares, it cannot be redeemed. While generally debentures are redeemed, they are returned after the expiry of the fixed period, except one exception, that is irredeemable debenture, which are very few and very rare. Another distinction is mode of payment is different at winding up. First of all, the debenture holder will be paid because they are the creditors, and when the surplus amount any remains, that will be distributed among the shareholders according to their shares. So the mode of payment is also different. Share carries right of voting. No voting right in the debenture, as I have told you that they have no right in the management of affairs of the company. So debentures are a holder, they are the creditor, they are the outsider. They cannot vote in the meetings of the company, neither they can sit in the meetings of the company, without certain exceptions. One is the owner, other is the creditor, as we have studied in its first. Shares are the Islamic investment, and while the debenture is based on the interest, which is non-Islamic, although there are certain debentures which are issued just like shares, that the interest will be based on the profit or the dividend of the company, but generally they are on fixed interest. So this is the end of our lecture, in which we study the different kinds of debentures today, and also the distinction between debenture and shares. If you feel any problem in understanding any technical matter in it, you can contact me on my WhatsApp number or email. Thank you very much, and Allah Hafiz.